Okay, so it looks like I'm back and Brian is MIA. He's thinking that Hangouts don't like him today. Um, well, we will just see what happens. In the meantime, I'm starting a new link and well, I'm here and looks like we're waiting for some others to join us. And I'm loving watching myself look all over the place. ah. Oh, man. Well, we got 15 minutes of some good stuff before Brian and I actually got bombed. The server crashed on us and kicked us out, and I don't know where he's gone. You know what? I wonder if, no, I can't. Let me try this. What is up with that? Oh, I hear somebody. Well, look at that. Looks like Christopher and Jason got in here with me. Hey, guys. I can't hear either one of you. I hear somebody. What's the background noise? Say something, guys.
Hey. You know what? I couldn't say anything for a moment. It just was blank. Can you hear me?
Jason, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Oh, maybe you can't
I can
hear
hear
me.
you. Can you hear me? I can hear you.
No, I can't hear you.
Hello?
Okay. Let's see.
And
One moment.
Christopher, I can see your picture. I can't hear or see you either.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I can hear Christopher fine too. Let me do a message.
I'm gonna turn on my lip reading stuff.
I'm having a problem with
Can you hear me?
technical stuff. Yeah, I can hear you.
No, maybe you can't. Oh,
Oh, you can hear me, Christopher? Okay, good deal.
okay. You can hear Jason,
Uh-huh.
and I can.
And I can hear
What?
Chris.
For Pete's sake. Okay, that might be helpful, huh? Oh my God.
That makes the blooper reel. That's good.
I'm like, I can't hear you. Thank God for for the chat messages, huh?
Yes.
Oh man. So Christopher, let me hear you.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Alright, you got this.
Cool. Problem solved, huh?
Problem solved.
Oh my gosh, but I don't know where Brian went. When we first started, he had a couple of connection issues, went out and came back in, and he was fine. He was fine when we started, and at this point, I don't know, maybe he couldn't get back in.
That's a possibility.
He was even chatting with me for a bit. Said he got kicked out. Hangouts doesn't like him today. All right, Brian, did you consciously create that? Because Hangouts could have loved you today. And it looks like Josie is out there too. Because we do have somebody viewing. A couple of somebody's viewing. So
I've been doing something that's very exciting over these past few days.
What's that?
I've been scoping with Periscope.
Oh, what is that?
Periscope is like I don't want to call it a Twitter extension because it's not a Twitter extension. I believe Twitter owns them now. But you basically, it's like a unidirectional video, but a multi-directional conversation. So, like, I will scope, and so I'm talking, and then all the while, this Twitter feed or Periscope feed of folks commenting and responding to what I'm saying, responding to what they're doing, you know, that's going up. And then so people are, you know, following each other, getting more value. We've got one that I was involved with yesterday, which was a homeschool community. And so we're just talking about just different techniques of homeschooling and then using Periscope as a homeschooling platform. And then, you know, I was in one that was dealing with business and marketing. We were talking about how to use it as a business and marketing platform, you know. And then just one getting to know people from all over the world, finding out that they do some really interesting things in life. I was on a scope last night with one of the CBS reporters. You know, he's well, not reporter. I'm sorry. He's a photojournalist, right? And so, I mean, just was just interesting stuff. So you're just seeing people in their natural habitat. You know, people are just like at home, but they're talking about all sorts of things, you know, whether it's business or not. But it's just in regular everyday stuff. There were two Hollywood producers. I was on one of their scopes, and so we were just talking about just, you know, pitching different ideas and things like that. So then different people were coming in to pitch them their ideas and to see if anything had any traction. It's just very interesting ways of using it. So right now it's still the Wild West on that platform, but you know, I was on there for the past couple of days, you know, just engaging, growing my following and all of that. So I'm going to be using it for the next month just to get a good, you know, run on it to see, okay, so, but it looks like it is the next big platform. I think that it's going to give Facebook a run for its money.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. You know, and I doubt that it will overtake Facebook, but I think that right now, just given the social engagement, it's going to give definitely a new way of connecting with folks. Well, it has given a new way, and so it's just starting to take off. You know, and I'm just starting to see it ramp up. There's an artist, Amber, and I was on her scope the other night as well, and she was just
painting. How do you
painting.
get on these things?
Go to your Twitter. Well, actually, go to your App Store, and whether you're on Android or on Apple, go there and then look for Periscope, Periscope, and download the app.
Okay.
I think I'm going to interview the creators of it. Just talk about, you know, the platform, some other ways, because of course I'm going to be talking about how to use it for nonprofits.
Mm-hmm.
It's a viable way for them to reach out to their constituents and to really just kind of show them the behind the scenes. This is the regular everyday stuff. These are the things that go through our minds when we're, you know, creating a new campaign for our organization, you know, creating a new funding model or whatever. And that way folks can feel like they can reach out and touch the person, right? And, you know, it really just strips away all of the pretense, everything. You're just in your rare form. Really cool.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can pull it up on my iPad, if it'll translate into the camera very well. Okay, so like right now, let's see if you could. Okay. Okay, now excuse the pink. This is my wife's iPad.
I was going to ask you about that.
Okay, but I wanted to keep it in her case. So yeah, so I participated in a Pass the Cast yesterday. This one today I'm saying is a Pass the Craft. And so now, you know, on Pass the Craft, you basically get up there and then for maybe a few minutes, you're introducing yourself, talking about what you do and all of that, and other people are coming in to that room. They're talking, interacting, they're talking about what they do. And as they're talking about what they do, the folks who are in there, if they find that that person like, oh, wow, that's an interesting thing, I want to follow them, then you go and you follow them. And then as you know, as you grow this thing, it's kind of like how we did with circles, right? So as you grow this thing, more people are following you, but they're getting to know you and know what you do. So then the rule is that you pick somebody in there to pass the cast to. So then you say, okay, so I'm going to pass the cast to so-and-so. Everybody follow them, so they all follow them. And then the person will start their own quick impromptu scope, right? Or hangout in a sense, right? Hangout style. And then so they come back, and they're the only ones highlighted. They talk about themselves, give their story, whatever they want to talk about. And then people are joining in. They say, hey, invite all of your followers. They invite their followers. And then so it gives everybody a chance to engage, to network. You know, it's like speed networking, really. You know, I probably in one of the more purest senses. And then they start their next thing. Everybody that is in their list automatically gets notified, hey, there's a new Pass Your Cast or a new Pass Your Craft, or I saw somebody pass your shoes, you know, the other day. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't chime into that one, but I just, you know, started saying it can be as expansive wherever your mind can go. That's where you can take this. So then people chime in, and then you're able to grow your list by hundreds or thousands, or tens, depending on the virality of that group. The artist that I was on, she's got a following of over 120,000 people. Just really huge. And so she's able to, and then so you get hearts. Like if people like what you're doing and like what you're saying, you get a bunch of hearts for what you're saying. So in the past couple of days, I've gotten almost 2,000 hearts. Okay, CC, dismiss that one. Live, okay. Okay, so now, like right now, okay, CC is live. Come say hey to my friend who is discovering Periscope. Okay, so then she just said, so I'm going to do a quick Periscope right now, live on here. You can kind of see how it goes, right? Dismiss.
My friend, can you tell me where you're...
So it's literally like a live stream.
It's a live
stream. Okay, so she's doing a live stream now.
That's my buddy. Hey, Derek. This is my friend Rachel, guys, and I'm introducing her to, this is the type of the stream.
Okay.
So I'm just introducing her to Periscope. She has a natural hair blog.
She's got a natural hair blog, Instagram, right? And so she's talking about who she is, all of that. She's introducing her to all of her following. So now what I would do is I would take this thing. Let me mute this. I would take this, and then I would swipe it right, move it up, and then I would say share. And now I could share with specific people, or I could share it with all of my followers. I'm going to share it with all of my followers because I think it's interesting, and I think it's going to add value to the conversation, just kind of letting them see what's happening. Then I move back to comments. Now it shows that I've shared it with all of my followers, okay? So that lets her know that I'm supporting her, so then she will in turn support me if I do something interesting. And then so as I hit the button here, it gives me more hearts, okay? And so all those hearts are now accruing to her value, so then Periscope is seeing that, oh wow, and she just ended it now, okay? So that was a few minutes that she had her thing going on. Periscope now has seen that, oh wow, people are finding her stuff valuable. It pushes her up in the search of the live broadcasts that are going on right now. Other people now randomly will see, oh, let me see what this is about. And if her title is intriguing enough, they will click on it. And then so she may find that she gets more followers just organically. And then as she's telling them, here, share this with your folks, now they're sharing with their folks if she's interesting enough. So that's how that works. And then you can create business out of it if you find that you've got that, that connection, those people in there. It's really good stuff.
That's what, what my question was going to be, right?
Like, yeah, what the value is of this? How can this be used for business, or is this a waste of time? And so it is exactly what you make of it. And I found that, in this process, like I've already secured a couple of interviews, for my product, the random stuff that can make you rich. Found some other chefs and things like that in there, but folks who are taking things from outside of the box, saying, okay, let me do this a different way, which made them interesting to me for me to say, I want to interview you. And they're like, wow, okay, that sounds really good. This one that I just pulled up, she has an amazing story, which, a matter of fact, I think would be perfect for your program with the young ladies. Her story, I mean, just blew us away when she told it yesterday. She talks about, how she was, well, I don't want to go into too much detail on the show here, but she just talks about how, she had a very traumatic situation happen to her when she was 14. And then, then ended up in a life of crime and gang violence and all of that, and then turned her life around and then became a motivational speaker and started really reaching back and helping people out, and was able to forgive the one who inflicted the crime upon her. I mean, just really deep story. And then how she now, does a poetry thing and all that. She's over, I believe, in the UK, and just amazing stuff. So anyway, that got me to say, okay, I definitely need to follow her, right? And so now every time that she does a cast, does a scope, I get a notification, and then I choose if I want to join it or not. Really good stuff.
Wow. You
And because
know,
the people are really just talking about themselves, you know, without feeling that they have to put on anything,
mm-hmm.
they're just being very real. And so you get to really connect into that real person to say, okay, do I want to take my time with them or not?
Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at the app and I see there's over 500,000 downloads, and it's got close to a 4 rating,
Mm-hmm.
and 8,000 people have rated it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's like,
Oh,
shoot,
yeah.
that is great.
It is
And
amazing.
it's still installing. Does it take a long time to download?
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't.
Okay.
Do you have a lot of stuff on your phone?
Um, yeah, but no. All right. Well,
Yeah, it shouldn't take that long. Are you on Droid or are you on Apple?
I'm a droid. I'm a droid
Okay.
girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a
Mm-hmm.
droid girl.
I may end up over on Team Droid. I've been fighting it, although I'm still in between because I'm hearing a lot of great stuff about the iPhone 6 Plus.
Well, I've heard a lot of good stuff about all the Apple stuff. I am migrating from my iPad 1
Mm-hmm.
to a tablet 10.1, which has really been a great experience. And
Really?
the only thing I'm kind of bummed about is that all of my books and stuff that I had in iBooks,
Mm-hmm.
I cannot get to. Although I did find an app that helps that walks you through copying
Mm-hmm.
and transferring the stuff over. I just haven't done it yet.
Really?
So
Huh.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that that was possible. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty detailed
Mm-hmm. Can you run
process.
Kindle on it?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of
Mm-hmm.
fact, I've got Kindle on it. I've got everything on it. Everything,
Okay.
I think, except for iTunes
Mm-hmm.
and my iBooks. But I found
Mm-hmm.
an e-reader, an Android e-reader that looks just like iBooks, that is really nice, that
Mm-hmm.
I've been uploading my books to.
Mm-hmm.
And the app that I found, or the process that I found, actually will take stuff from iTunes into this e-reader.
Really?
So yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be willing to give up my iPad, but I wouldn't say that I would not get a tablet to go along with it. You know, I don't mind doing that. But
Yeah.
it's
Well,
just yeah, because I've got so many apps that I use on my phone and on the iPad that I think it will be a little hard pressed to replace them, and maybe even to find the equivalent. I don't know because I do a lot of filming on my phone. You know, my phone has been. I mean, I've been able to shoot some videos that are just phenomenal. They're like, "Oh, what camera did you use to?" I was like, "My phone." You know, I've been able to edit stuff, and you know, I'm a pretty good editor. So the way that they come out, you know, with the music, all of the other stuff, I'm like, okay, I have not heard anybody talk about their droids being able to do that, you know, and then the camera equipment on the droids, I haven't heard that, you know, I've heard some good things, but yeah.
I think I've got an 8.0 Pixel.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the X6.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell. I'm seeming to recall it's like an 8.0 pixel camera.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
And you know, that was
Is
that.
that front and back facing 8.0,
Yeah.
or is it
Yep.
8.0 on one and on both sides?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So those great selfies can come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. I'll look into that. I'll look into that. And we
Yeah.
were thinking of, you know, having my wife go stay with the iPhone because she's pretty sold on the iPhone to stay there. And so I was thinking, okay, maybe we'll keep her with the iPhone and then I'll try out the Droid. Although I would have to shut down my iPhone stuff because she says, "Well, you're not using my iPhone if you switch." I said, "Okay."
Then
So
don't switch. I've
yeah.
actually had a couple of friends to switch from iPhones that they had had for years, since the first one or whatever, and try and go Droid, and it was just painful. It was painful.
Yeah.
Just like for me, I've been a Droid girl my whole life. I tried to use an iPhone, and I had it for about 3 months, and I wanted to throw it up against the wall. I just, for whatever reason, and I don't know, it might be just turn on
It's
the
the way
middle
that
switch.
they set it up. Yeah, the way that the droids are set up kind of are more like how a tablet and a computer. That it's more a database looking type of thing. Where the Apple, and the iPad and all that, the way that it's set up kind of goes more towards, at least I think, more towards the creative side more. And if you have been used to working on Macs and all of that, it all just works together. So it just depends on how your mind is orbed. Microsoft mind, I think, moves to the droids very easily. It's like, okay, files, all of these things, and it's structured in that way. And Apple, I think, is more creative and flowing. So it's like, yeah. So it just depends. But yeah, I have been contemplating it, but I don't know. I don't know, because I have a friend who was Apple for years, and he said that he went Droid. He says, I'm not going back. He still keeps his Mac and all that, but he's not getting rid of the phone anymore. So there it is.
Well, it all boils down to what's your personal preference. You've got choice and all of that good stuff. And I'm just really disappointed. I was so looking forward to this conversation with Brian.
I was getting into it.
Yeah.
That's when I had to send you a message. I said, what happened? Is it still going on? Because I was sitting there working, and then next thing I heard it cut, and I was like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded really good. Well, I hope you have it back.
Well, I will definitely do that, and we're going to consciously create Hangouts loving him that day. Because I'm just, I was so looking forward to it. A lot of good stuff. And just, even thinking about what he said, business is a concept. It's not really a thing. And
my attention.
Yeah.
That is what made me stop for a second. Yeah, I said, that makes so much sense.
And right, you could see that without the people, business is nothing. And I was like, I'm ready to hear the rest of this. And it was just like, bam. Oh, what happened?
And then when he talked about going from, hundreds of thousands to millions to tens of millions, I was like, wow, see, again, it just goes to show how important getting that core thing right.
Getting that core thing right here between the heart and the head. It's right there, because what's in between the brain and the heart is the voice. And that's one of the places where what we do, what we say, who we are gets expressed. And I love that Cynthia has this thing, this assessment. It's actually a voice-based assessment that you can record somebody's voice. It will take it through the interpretation process, and then it will tell you the level of health and congruency between the heart and the brain that there is, and the flow of information, and the just the stability of the heart that comes.
The one where they use Audacity?
No, I don't.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
But
one of my things is, you've talked about this. When do I get my turn? Yeah. Well, Jason,
I'd like to check that out.
I know. I'm going to put her on the spot and figure out how we can actually get that out and get folks through that. But Jason, thanks for coming in and joining me. Absolutely. And checking out the show, first of all, And those of you who are viewing now, thanks for hanging out. And I do apologize for the technological difficulties, but you know, tech's got a brain of its own and a heart too. And we just got to connect and get Brian connected a little more. I don't know, just intentionally. Maybe that's it. And so we can get this done and bring all of this great information to the world, because he's really dynamic. And I mean, you could tell from just the beginning of the conversation that there's no holes barred, no holding back. Here's the deal. You have choice. What are you choosing?
Right.
And I love that. So guess it's past the hour. I'm going to sign off. I've got a couple more things to take care of. We have Rick Justice on the Adventures of the Heart, Building Wisdom Through Experience on the show tonight. And that's going to be a powerful conversation. So I'm hoping that everybody will be able to join us then. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, right here. Check us out, and we look forward to having you on the show. All right, my friend.
See you later.
All right, babe. Bye-bye.